Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Jensen. This is the first YouTube video I've ever made. I've been encouraged by my friends, my clients, my family, and now, most of all, my wife. They're encouraging me to bring information to the world that is critical for health and fitness. In the world today, individuals are generally seeking information regarding what to do in their fitness endeavors to try and reach a goal that they have within their minds. Fitness is a complicated thing, and the world generally distributes information to individuals who begin their fitness incorrectly. Common things that they're told to do are possibly sit-ups or push-ups or any other exercise that's a movement that requires other things to operate before that movement can be done correctly. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm almost 58, or I'll be 58 this year. I started trying to determine what fitness is and trying to help my own body at about the age 13 or 14. For 20 years, we, as friends and schoolmates and my track team and all these other individuals, pretty much tried to determine what to do in the gym. Okay, gyms showed up in Dallas. I guess the first one was in 1962. I wasn't quite old enough then, but quite a few years after that, a couple more opened up, and my generation generally determined what we needed to do in the gym, and what exercise created which muscle we wanted, and all those type of things. The 20 years I spent creating tension on my body and muscular development and speed and all these things were basically done without a significant education. They were trial and error. After 15 years or so, I believed I was an expert at the gym. By 20 years in fitness, I had significant structural failures, a large center of gravity shift, and I was basically in trouble, physically. However, for 20 years, I did everything I could to be structurally sound and fit. Just looking at me from the outside, people would say, well, he weighs 190 pounds, he's 10% body fat, he has mastered fitness. That is, and couldn't be, the worst perception possible. What I had to do is swallow a pill that said I never did it right from the very first day, and that I had to get educated and I had to learn what was required to correct my significant structural failures, spondylolisthesis, stenosis, curvatures of the spine, lateral curves with spinous rotations, and significant structural issues. After a lot of time in the healthcare world, listening to each professional's opinion, I determined that not one entity alone could solve my problem. My problem was far more complex than generally anyone in the world understands. They're missing a large amount of information, and some of that information is engineering and physics and experience and dealing with the structure of individuals over a long-term basis, the procedure to be successful. And the word procedure is probably what's missing in the world today. In subsequent videos, it is my goal to inform you as to the correct procedure to apply tension to the human structure. As videos go on, I will explain how to correct the improper application of tension to the human structure. So I just am here for the first video to introduce myself and to explain my overall goal is to provide accurate information, procedurally oriented tension application from step 1 through step 100. In the world today, people disregard some of the most critical steps in tension application. They start with step 20 or 30, disregarding all the previous steps. Okay? These errors are catastrophic, not on the day they're applied, but in years to follow. The issue generally in the fitness world today is the lack of understanding of the outcome of tension's application to the skeleton now. What will that result be later? There are basically two laws when it comes to tension. When applying structural tension, you start from the inside and work your way out. When removing tension from the human body, you start from the outside and work your way in. How many times does the individual look in the mirror and say, I want to change what I can see? And that's what they do. So they're working with the muscle that they can see. That results in skipping the first sequence of steps, which are vital to success. Without proper lumbar spine and pelvis stabilization first, we can guarantee that the individual will suffer a center of gravity shift and an adaptation to that issue. This problem is nationwide. It's almost every individual on the planet, and clearly in the thousands of people that I've worked with in my life. Every day, I see generally the same thing. A short youth and success in fitness followed by decades of pain management. In the area of 40 to 50 years of pain management associated with what the individual did for health and fitness and wellness. These individuals spent hours and hours of their time to gain something they believed they were working towards, and possibly in their youth, they felt okay. But by the time 30, mid-30s, even sooner in some cases, I've had people at 21 with labrum repairs and all sorts of joint problems that early in life, at 30, at 35, at 40, and subsequently years later too. And every one of them are engineering errors, and we generally disregard or don't follow a procedure that will guarantee success to stabilize the skeleton and have long-term health. That process with me, I've duplicated it on thousands of people now, where they come with some area of their body that is disabled. They have a back problem, they have a knee problem, they have a shoulder problem, they have some problems structurally that they're suffering from that's making them unhappy or causing them to move less or work around it in their daily life. I hope that you will take the time to watch a few videos, generate some of your own personal questions so that you could possibly bring those questions to the table and I could answer them for you. Thank you very much.